everyone, and welcome back to Ranger Ruby. Today, as you may notice, we're staring at a computer screen, and you're on a computer probably, so what? Today, I'm going to clear up a little confusion you had about finding the address of a park if you want to send a letter, and finding the park's website in the first place, which can be a bit tricky, and it's kind of hard to explain unless you're actually there. So, today, we're going to be actually there. So we're just going to go ahead and type up park. So it's not that hard for Google to autofill it. And you'll see there's a bunch of things you can find. There are so many here. But there's one in particular. I forget what these are called. Inside those things that says U.S. National Park Service, and that's the one you want, and it should be something, and it should be this basic thing / just an abbreviation of the park, and that's the one you want, and it should look something like this once it's loaded, and it tells you the park's name, and this will, no matter what, lead you back to here. The beginning, it says what type of park it is, so for this it's a national park, and the states it is in. But that doesn't give you the address. So where is the address? Well, scroll all the way down. Here is where you can contact them. So here's contacting the park, and you can directly click that. Here's some tools on the bottom, FAQ, some if you'll need it in Spanish, and then here is where you can find more about the park on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Flickr, and more. But here's the important part. It's the phone number if you want to call them, and the address. Sometimes they'll actually include like Yellowstone National Park up there, like you actually would in an address, but most of the time it's not, and it's just the address, and this is where you can find it. But before we go, there's so much more to do and find here on the website that I want to show you a couple of main parts. So if you go up here to the menu, you can find a lot of cool things to help kind of find your way around. So if you want to find out about kids, or what you can do here with your kids, it can lead you to this website where it teaches you about junior rangers and how to become one, and so let's go there. And this teaches you about the Junior Ranger program. This is where you can find some printable PDF Junior Ranger booklets. This was the Eclipse Explorer, and you mail it to here, and guess what? You'll get a badge. Unfortunately, I think it's a little late for that, though. It teaches you about web rangers, and some more things that you can do at home. Also has some Junior Ranger songs. Yep. And so here are a list of all the national parks. So let's go to Carlsbad Caverns and let's see how you can be a Junior Ranger. If you just want to go back to the original website, as I said, just click here. And there are lots of things you can find, and instead of clicking menu up here, you can either search, or you can go to the individual 3 main things. Plan your visit, which has basic information, directions, and other things that you might want to keep in mind, like calendar and things to do. This is learning about the park, which has news, photos, and multimedia just means videos, but apparently here there's only the photo gallery. History and culture, nature, education, kids and youth, which teaches you how to become a Junior Ranger, and some more activities they might have in the park, some management, and some other things you can find. Then get involved is where you could volunteer, donate, or partner up with them. Over here are some important things too, which is maps, alerts, info, calendar, and reserve. So alerts is one of the more important ones, and you can see here there is one alert. And this can tell you things that you might want to know. So for here, it's elevators are out of service, and it tells you when, and that's what you want to check upon. And one of my videos a couple of days ago or weeks ago said that you want to be prepared to look at alerts and conditions. This is alerts and conditions, and this is where you find it on the park website. Then you can go to maps. Here is maps, and this just gives you the map that will appear in the brochure, and sometimes they allow you to download it and print it up. Sometimes they might not, but most of the time they do, and it just gives you the map that you'll find in the brochure and could get on the park anyway. Here it tells you calendar and some events that you might want to know and the date you're going, so you might want to know of things that are happening in the park. Then reserve is where you can just obviously make reservations and learn about camping and stuff here in the park, especially here since this is a bigger one. But yeah, there's a lot you can find on national parks websites, and this is just hopefully a bit of a help for you if you were confused on how to find it. And yeah, this is the park's website, and there's so much to explore here, and you can find information, but the best way that I like to find information is to actually writing to the park, and you can do that by scrolling all the way down and finding the park's address. Thank you so much for watching Ranger Ruby. Please subscribe and tell me what you think in the comments. I'll see you next Friday for Fun Fact Friday, and until then, bye!